G'day YouTube, Ricksticks here. I just got a video for you for Path of Exile, the Mirage League. My build is a Herald of Agony Juggernaut. There's been quite a few changes with the Mirage League stuff, so I just wanted to make a video, show you the build, show you the changes and what you can expect when you do the Uber Pinnacles. I'm going to do Uber Maven today, hopefully. I mean, stats-wise it all mirrors up to how it was before, so it should be able to kill her. It's just if I stuff up or not. But I'm going to go over some of the changes with Mirage League to the build that I've had to do to make sure that it's as tanky and does as much, if not more damage than it did in the past. So here he is, pretty plain. So the first thing I want to talk about is the loss of the Awakened gems. So previously we used Awakened Minion, Awakened Vicious Projectiles and Awakened added fire damage. And that gave us an extra +2 levels and about 30 more damage. So with the loss of those specific support gems, we take a bit of a damage hit and we needed to solve it. And basically Eclipse almost solves it single-handedly. You get the +2 levels back, and you also get +16 quality of supported skill gem, which gives us +3 virulence. So for a Herald of Agony build, virulent stacking, that's basically how you get a lot of damage. So it almost makes up for all the damage loss, but not quite. Also, I'll just jump ahead because Cold Iron Point, it's normally a +3 to level of all physical spell skill gems. With the Mirage League, they released a new orb called the Volatile Val Orb, which can take things up or down with the numerical values on the item. I think it's like 0.2% up, 0.2% down. Like if you're lucky, this isn't a guaranteed. So it takes a lot of rolling. Basically, this thing took me 25 rolls to get, like 25 volatile Val orbs. That's about 20 to 25 divine, just for an extra +1 level. So that's a real expensive investment, and really only something you're going to want to do if you want to do Uber Pinnacles. But that helped. Again, that pretty much covers my damage Eclipse and this. From there, we've got, some new tech with the Mirage League. Also, the mechanic drops coins. Coins which can, as you can see, supported by a level 1 chance to poison. So we used to just use a 4 link, and one of these links was poison. Instead, we've now somehow used one of these coins on a 20/20 Winter Orb to add chance to poison to the actual skill gem itself, and that's made room for this new support gem, exceptional support gem. Transfusion. A nearby minion gains a soul for every 200 life you spend on upfront costs with supported spells. Now I initially overlooked this in the patch notes and pre-release, thinking upfront costs, like I'm not sure how that works with channeling, but on trying it, I can just sit there channeling. So long as I'm channeling Winter Orb and I'm spending life to do it. What am I doing? Like 17? It's like 90 life per second. After 200 life spent, boom, soul goes to my Herald of Agony, hopefully, because I also use Herald of Purity. The souls can sometimes go to these guys. I tried Skitterbots, but they're minions as well, so they can get the souls. So generally, they always go to your Scorpion Herald of Agony, because these guys are normally up front, like on the mob. So generally, pretty good. The Herald of Agony gets most of the souls, and souls is a lot of damage potentially. What is it? It stacks up to 45 times. Takes a long time to stack, but you know it can stack up to 45 times for 225% attack speed. So that's a big damage increase if we're just standing still channeling on something, and Herald of Agony is getting most of the souls. If you know, I'm estimating it's more like a 90% attack speed, honestly, in real terms. Also, tank-wise, this new belt, also with the Mirage League. What a belt! I mean, this is baby Mage Blood right here. If I could get Acceleration Shrine on top of this, this would be basically Mage Blood tier. Resistance Shrine is actually really OP. POB doesn't even realize it yet, but what the Resistance Shrine gives is 50 elemental resistances, and also +10 max resistances. This includes Chaos, so it's absolutely redonkulous for capping out all your max resistances. This belt's just too good. Comes with the downside, of course, of not being able to use flasks other than the instant ones, because otherwise it'll cancel the having the shrine buff. But so you play a bit slower, but you're so much more tanky. And as I said, if you get acceleration shrine, you should pinch yourself and wake up because you're probably dreaming. Resistance and acceleration shrine, I mean, that's like probably more expensive than mage blood. But great addition. I've loved rolling these things. This has been like, I've probably fought the boss to get this 25 times. He's a really pretty poorly designed boss, if I'm being honest. Does no damage. It's just a loot pinata, what do you call it, damage check. People have been asking for these mannequins, damage mannequins. It's basically just a damage mannequin, honestly. It does nothing. But the belt itself opens up so much potential with all the different shrines you can get, like Gloom Shrine for like clearing. It's just great. I definitely recommend like looking at this belt and thinking about some builds you can come up with, guys, because it's a fun one. What is this? That's basically all for the build. I'm just gonna go over a few points with like how Mirage League's changed a bit of my how I get to 100, how I acquire currency to get all the stuff that I need, because a lot of this stuff, it's not super expensive, my build stuff, but some stuff, like, it averages around 10 divine, like, well, not, it doesn't average, but like, the high-end stuff can cost like 10 divine. Like this belt, for example, costs me 13 divine. That's a generally ballpark figure what you're looking at with that stuff. And this other stuff's, you know, 5 to 10 for the, like, the really well-rolled, because, like, getting the Dex and Int. Oh, that's another thing I didn't mention with Eclipse. It comes with a rather hefty Dex and Int attribute cost. 279 of Strength, Dex and Int. Getting that is a lot. Like that was a lot of work. So that just gets moved to gear pressure. So we want to have like, I haven't got it on everything, to be fair. I've got it a lot on some gear, like this ring. That's ridiculous. And I think the rest is sort of like with like clusters, yeah, like Dex there, and I've had to take some of these attribute nodes. It is what it is. So there's a bit of a attribute stat stacking pressure, but you know, it's solvable. It's not too bad. It's probably fair. Shipping got changed. Now it costs, you have to farm it. You have to farm the ores for it if you want to do shipping successfully. I didn't muck with any of that. I liked it in the past how I just spent gold and sent ships and got lots of currency in return. I was a bit greedy like that. But it's basically the same thing now, guys. Shipping is just map runners now. You just get a lot of gold and use map runners instead of ships. The only thing with that is you have to be there's a little bit of a knowledge reward for knowledge and looking at things, because the map runners don't just bring back raw currency like the ships used to. Well, if you send them with the right ore. Map runners bring back a whole load of stuff, so you've kind of got to like I'll just give you an example, like 2120 gems, you got to sort of like look on trade, is this a good one, is this going to be worth money? There's a lot of like just quality gems which you can sell to the vendor for gem cutter prisms. What else do I use? Life Chaos Gear, looking at for high Chaos Gears, they generally worth money. Harvest Juice, like a lot of the harvest currencies worth a lot of money, you can get divines if you get a certain amount of that. So they bring back a lot of good stuff like that and a lot of interesting stuff. I actually got a jewel, the Aminamu's jewel, that gives you like damage over time for your minions. Like that came back in one of the map runners loot bags. I was very happy because that was like 10-15 divines. Also, Toxic Sewers out for this Mirage League, so not a big deal. Atoll replaced it pretty comfortably. Atoll's still really nice to run, really narrow sections, because that benefits our Herald of Agony most, because it's just like a low AoE farming skill, to be honest. So you just want like a narrow channel. Herald of Agony fires and it just hits everything through there and just push through. I love the new map system. The new maps rock, just like getting the tier and then you can choose which map you want to run. I love that. This stuff, that's great. You get to choose, you can customize your strat on the fly, a very good change. But I think it's still a little weird with these pinnacle outlier things. Like, I wanted to do the Shaper, and you know, I was just running tier 16s. I hadn't run any of these new what do they call them? Shaper maps, Shaper Guardian maps. I actually hadn't found many of these things. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just buy Shaper. And I couldn't just go from here to fight Shaper. I had to fight at least 2 of these maps to get to him. So I haven't done too much of the outside pinnacle stuff, as you can see, just what I need to get my void stones. But yeah, like there's a little bit of weirdness to that sort of thing, I think, at the moment. Maybe it's just to get used to it, but otherwise, yeah, having a banger with Mirage League, guys. Anyway, that's the info, boring info down. Let's fight Uber Maven. Hope I don't stuff up too much. Test out a memory game if we can tank it still, and you know, get the loot at the end, guys.